what are you hearing on the ground about the situation here in Hong Kong and its future as a financial hub? How deep are the concerns?
Thanks for having me. I think the local financial services community is going through a rather challenging time. For sure, we're dealing with the last few years social unrest, as well as the pandemic, as well as geopolitical tensions that's currently happening, rising inflation. So there are a lot of factors at play here. So for the industry, I think there is still a hope for optimism as China and its financial markets and capital markets continue to open up and reform. I think the industry is holding out to participate in that growth. But certainly we are experiencing a lot of challenges, and then we also do see that some of the traditional broker dealers, there's more closing down this year compared to the same period last year. So I think the solution is kind of a shift to maybe doing more wealth management and then more asset management.
Now, yourself, Robert, and other lawmakers did meet with incoming CE John Lee. How do you think he's cognizant? Is he aware of what's going on the ground? One of the biggest factors, of course, is quarantine and the like here, and sort of, I suppose, murky and opaque, how could I say, roadmaps to normality.
Right. I think the industry certainly looks forward to working with Chief Executive-elect John Lee, as well as the new term government. In our conversations with John Lee, I think he's expressed that opening border is...
Was he open?
Say that again?
Was he open?
Yes, certainly, yeah. He's open to... look, I think Hong Kong is a very international city. We need to re-establish that and also share this. I think John Lee's certainly very keen on re-establishing this brand, and so for the financial services industry, I think the border opening, at least understanding what the conditions are that needs to be in place to open up. And I think for the short term, going through the pandemic, it's understandable to have stricter social distancing measures. But even the current term government, I think they've realized that the economic impact is quite big. So we need to open up as much as possible and to continue normal commercial activities, see clients, look at deals, and travel. So.
Robert, you seem quite optimistic that Hong Kong can remain a financial hub, but the city is facing a brain drain. We have about 160,000 people leaving Hong Kong in the first 3 months of the year. How are you assessing the risk of this brain drain and a talent crunch?
Yeah, certainly I think the talent loss is something that the current term government is cognizant of. And I think former Chief Executive C.Y. Leung has also said in his remarks that some of these may be temporary, some of these are maybe permanent relocation. But I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is to make our markets competitive and attractive, and having the opportunity, the development opportunities will bring people back. So I think it will be the job of the new government and also the electoral members, as well as the industry, to work together with regulators, the exchange, and other stakeholders to make Hong Kong more international and to reinvigorate some of the business that's been lost in the past.
There's some chatter out there that Shanghai may take over Hong Kong as a global financial hub. Is that overhyped, or is there a possibility that may happen?
Well, I think Hong Kong's status as an international financial center is very much ingrained in the central government's policies. In the 14th five-year plan, it's reiterated Hong Kong's position as a renminbi, and the internationalization of renminbi, asset management, as well as risk management center. I think what we're going through is quite challenging at the current time, but I don't see Hong Kong being overtaken. I think there's more collaboration, as well as a lot of the connecting of markets and the opening up and accessing the mainland markets. I think that will continue to be the trend.
Robert, final question. Who do you think will be the next financial secretary? Will Paul Chan remain? Would you like him to remain in place? And I believe you had that discussion also with John Lee, and how did he respond to that?
Well, I think...
and what is the financial community? Who do they want?
Sure. I think we're in the middle of the plans for the restructuring of the government. So there will be a lot of changes, as well as the people that I think for John Lee to choose from. I mean, I think John Lee is very open to having people that are experienced that can really help him drive the financial industry's development. No specific people that I can name for the time being, but we do look forward to working with the new term government.